Morning! It's Saturday the 30th of June 2018. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. I just thought I'd show you this again, gang. This is my... Oh, just a minute. Something's fallen. One minute. The little round thing fell off. There we are. That's better. I just thought I'd show you this again. Those of you that missed it last week, or it might have been the week before, might be better over here, actually. There we are. Those of you that missed it, here is my completed Lego caravan. It's not a caravan, because that would be like that, wouldn't it? It's like, it's a bit like an articulated lorry that you could live in. And it is completed. My latest Lego model. I've got two now, that. No, actually three. That and the bus, which I created up there. And which great nephew George bought me the kit for that. And the little Rose, that great niece Emily bought me. I bought this one for myself, and that's all completed. Look at that. The little door opens, and it's fab. You've got to get into Lego, I tell you. And the whole back of this side opens somehow. There we are. Look, and you can see all inside there, and every little chairs. There's a cup. I've got people as well. Mini people are there. Yes. They're actually downstairs. I haven't installed... I'm not actually sure what to do with the little people. Because they've got things. The little people, the little Lego people, and they come in bits as well. You get like a body and the hair, which you click on like that. There's a few people like that. I bet Mary, non-Irish Mary from Ireland, I don't know if she's with us this morning, who has the radiotherapy at the moment for a small problem. I bet she'd like to have stick on hair, wouldn't you, Mary? Well, like they got on the Lego. Just clip it on the top of your head. That'd be quite a good idea. So that's my Lego thing. I thought I'd show you that this morning. Morning to you. It's another beautiful day out there. The sun has already risen up. I've been out the front watering my plants. No hoses now. They've told us no hoses in several of the papers this morning. This is the Daily Mail. Scorching temp. Are you ready with your barbecues? Please. Oh, I can't bear it. The stink coming into my house, smell of smoke and dead animals pouring throughout Bracknell and the rest of the country. Oh, scorching temperature. I've got to be honest. I hope there's no vegetarians listening today. I'm going to tell you something now. I walked past a pub yesterday and they were cooking bacon. It was the smell. But then I remembered the poor little piggy wiggy that should be running around but isn't because you're shoving it in your fat faces. Yes. Anyway, barbecues everywhere today. Scorching temperatures in the Daily Mail this morning are set to continue this weekend, and millions, just like the people that watch this programme, millions of British people are heading out to enjoy the sun at the country's parks and beaches. Here we go. The first hosepipe ban of the year has hit the UK, with water companies asking customers in Northern Ireland. Who's the lady in charge of Northern Ireland? What's her name? She has me in stitches, she does. I don't think she ever laughs, do you? How much did we give them for them votes? How many billions of pounds? Worth every penny, love. What's her name? There are certain politicians, I've only got to look at them and I burst into fits of laughter. Jeremy Corbyn isn't one of them, I'm afraid. No, there's her. Who's the little one? The little one who's offended by everything and thinks everything is an abomination. I think she was on Strictly Come Dancing. I quite like her. She comes out and everyone hates the stuff. There's something about certain... I think it's the character of people. There's certain characters of people. You know, it's like when people stand on the stage... Okay, they may... And I was talking to Ray Reynolds. I don't know if Ray's with us this morning. I was talking to Ray Reynolds on the phone about this the other day. And if you want to be on the stage, you've got to kind of have something. I'm not a fan of the X Factor, but Simon Cowell is absolutely right. You know, you have to have some sort of thing in you, like an X Factor, which means that you can stand on the stage. You don't even necessarily be able to have to sing. There's plenty of people I've worked with over the years who can't sing a bloody note. Really. Or are very average singers. But they have something special. They have something, and I can't tell you what that is. They have something that allows them to stand on the stage and do their thing and be reasonably good at whatever they're doing, even if they can't sing. They have something special. There are also many, many people who can sing fantastically. Great voices, wonderful singing. But they can't hold a show together. There's something missing, and I can't tell you what that is. I don't know how did we get onto that? Anyway, back to the Hosepipe Band, boys and girls. Water Company. Oh yes, that woman in Northern Ireland, the one who runs the Northern Ireland one. I don't think she ever smiles or laughs, ever. Anyway, in Northern Ireland, they've been asked not to use hose pipes or water sprinklers as the heat wave continues. And I've actually just checked my BBC weather app before I came up into the studios of United Kingdom Talk this morning to check what's going on. And right the way through, it goes on right the way through until I think the 16th of July, and the temperature doesn't drop below 80 degrees. That's about 25 centigrade in foreign. If you're one of those millennials who've been completely converted... Oh, there was one in the pub last night. There was a millennial in the pub last night. Didn't smile. I tried to talk to him on the mic. Nothing. Just nothing. Tap, tap, tap. I think he was trying to work out why there was someone talking to him rather than through an app. He couldn't work out what was going on there. It was about 22 or 23. Just nothing on his... Just like that. Huh? Yeah, are you... What do you do? Are you coming to sing? It's a bit like... They're all the same. I think it's a London thing. To be fair, I think it's a London thing. Because when I go up north... Now, my nephew Jimmy, he's 21. That makes him a millennial, doesn't it? One of my other nephews, my other nephew, Gary, he's 33. Now, I don't think he's a millennial. He just don't care, Gary. Nothing phases him at all. If his wife is shouting at him or something like that, he just sits there and laughs. Nothing phases my nephew Gary at all. He's brilliant. I don't think he's classed as a millennial. What about my niece? She's 30. She'd be just a little bit too old. Oh, I would love to tell her that. You're too old to be a millennial. My niece. Too old to be a millennial. But if you go other parts of the country, certainly my nephew Jimmy, who's 21, now he'd be a millennial, wouldn't he? And his friends, who I've met a lot of his friends, they're not like the millennials in London, who are offended by everything and think everything is inappropriate unless they say it. Do you know what I mean? Back to this story. Clouds in Belfast this morning will soon be swept away by sunshine, with temperatures this morning at 63 Fahrenheit. That's 17 centigrade in foreign and for millennials. And it's set to climb. So at the moment it's 63 there and it's climbing already. And it's beautiful here. I've been out this morning once again watering my plants. I actually water my plants anyway with the watering can. The only time I really turn the sprinkler on would be to water the lawn, which is very, very rare. I don't like watering the lawn. However, I have done this week twice now because it's just dead. There are no green shoots of recovery in my lawn. There's nothing there. But generally, the plants, I've got a great big watering can. I don't know how many litres that... I don't know what it is. Christ, probably a gallon. Probably a gallon. Would it be a gallon? Big watering can. And I fill that up and I go outside and I water the plants. And you know how much you've stuck on there. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're standing there with a hose and you could be there a minute. Oh, is that enough yet? Oh, I don't know if that's enough. How much has come out of there? Whereas with a big watering can, you put on that great big can. Right, that's enough. You know. And I got a lot of massive pots outside with the most beautiful lilies that have been multiplying over the years. I'll take a photograph for you today and perhaps show it on tomorrow's show. But great big lilies are coming up and they all need to be watered, and also the plants around, which are in the ground. I just go around there usually at night time or first thing in the morning when I'm making my breakfast. I'll fill up the water, the thing there, and start watering while the tea's brewing in the pot. You know, you don't put it in the pot and start drinking it. You've got to leave it a few minutes. So then I'll do it. And I suppose it takes me at the front garden 15, 20 minutes to water all those plants. It does. And the hanging baskets, I have to have the ladder out for the hanging basket. You know, because the hanging baskets are quite high up because they have been nicked before. It's getting, I tell you, it's getting worse round here. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I love living it. Where my house is, right, I'm kind of out of the way. And there's 4 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And we've all been here for years. I was the last one in, and I've been here 26 years. And I said to you before on the show last week, I said, you know, we're having this conversation with my neighbours. We are all still here because we are all still here. You leave our little bit up there and go up the main part of the road. It's not a massive road. And they're just awful people now. Awful people. They park their cars wherever they want and they give you filthy looks as they come down. No one gives way. That it's gone downhill, this road, and that's happened in the last year. It's been gradual. It's taken a turn for the worst in the last year, and I'm kind of falling out of love with the road. Not the house, and not these 4 that are here, just the rest of the road as you go up there. Awful people. Awful. And that may make me leave at some point. I don't know. I mean, I love it here. I do love it. That's why I haven't moved up north, because I love it here. You know, that and doing my little jobs and bits and pieces. So do be very careful with your hoses, boys and girls. All right? Careful with the hoses. I don't think they're banned yet, but they're asking you to cut down a little bit. Now, who's first in this morning? Let's see who's first. They've changed the way the Facebook messaging works. Have you noticed that? And this week I've been having some problems with that, in that messages are getting missed out. So if you missed the messages, then apologies for that, all right? Good morning to Andy. Andy, I think you got the first one in this morning. Let me double check over here. Yeah, no. Nephew Gary Butler gets the first message in the morning. Good morning, Gary Butler. I was just talking about how long you been there. I was just talking about you a moment ago. Nothing phases my nephew Gary Butler, who's been hard at work this week, assisting my other nephew Jimmy Butler, who's got too much work on at the moment. He fixes cars, my nephew Jimmy Butler. He's got his own business in a garage. He's had it about a year now, and the work is pouring in. He's damn good at he's done my car twice now. Where I go into the garage, I keep scraping the front wheel because the front of it sticks out a bit, and it's difficult to judge as you go in the garage. So he's done that twice. Fixed it twice. He's had so much work coming in there that his brother's gone to help him down there, Gary. Gary's got his own business as well. He buys and sells things, I think on the internet and places like that. So he'll go and see something, okay, that needs repairing, usually a lawnmower. He either buys it or they give it to him free of charge. He does it up and sells it on. 2. And my niece has got her own hairdressers. I'm very proud of my nieces and nephews. Good morning, Gary. Morning, Adam the plumber. Diane Jeb. Good morning, Diane. I know. You haven't got to tell me, lovey. I know already, Diane. Happy birthday, Diane. All right. I'll sing to you at the end. What are you doing for your birthday, Diane? Anyone buying you a nice big cake? I was forced, boys, and I do like a bit of forcing. I was forced last night to eat a bowl of chips. Yes, I know. And I'm so careful watching my weight. There I was walking around, and now and again people have got plates of chips, and when they've got the back turned, I usually have one of them off the plate, which is okay. Don't really affect you, that. But then I think I picked up the microphone. I was doing a karaoke last night in Central Station, which was a little bit quieter than it was normal, I have to say, but I'm not to be worried about that because my mate rang me about 1:45 this morning, just before I was going to bed. He was doing a karaoke and he said, were you quiet tonight? I said, yeah, it was a little, not dead, but a little bit quieter than, I would say, about a third down on what we normally get in on a Friday. He said, oh, we were too. I said, oh, well, there you go then. Not to worry about it, you know. Yes, so I mentioned, that was it. DJ Chris ordered some chips as well. Honestly, with cheese. How can you have cheese on chips? Oh, don't do it for me, that. So please, if you're at anywhere where I'm working and you want to get yourself some chips, please don't have the cheese on there as well, because I don't like the cheese. Well, I know they're for you, but that's not the point. Or at least leave a few on the side with that cheese on it. Anyway, DJ Chris ordered chips, so he's put them down. And I've picked up the mic just as the governor's walking past. Guy, who's a wonderful man. He's a lovely man, he is. Guy. He's the general manager of Central Station. And I picked up the mic and I said, why have the chips not come over here? And then Guy says, oh, do you want a bowl? Oh, no. And with that, he's just gone upstairs and started making them for me. That's what sort of manager I work for in there. Isn't that brilliant? Nice people. Nice people. And down came a bowl of chips, which were physically forced into my mouth by my own hand. I couldn't stop it. Couldn't stop it. So very bad last night. Morning, Andy. Hello, sir. Hello to Trevor Dowie. Yes, it's Diane's birthday today. Happy birthday, Diane. Good afternoon, Merlin, who's got a new pussy, haven't you, Merlin? Oh, he's got a new little cat, and I saw a picture of it the other day, which I meant to grab so I could show you all, but I haven't done that yet. Sorry about that. Good morning, Merlin, you lovely thing. Giving little animals homes. Ah. What's it called, by the way? Hello to Wilbert. Welcome, Wilbert, to the show. Ray Reynolds says, I prefer the gentleman to the reply I gave. I refer the gentleman to reply I gave earlier. Good morning to you. We've got the time and the temperature too. Nicky, Nookie, Nick, Nack, Noo. I don't know what planet he's on. Ray Reynolds is on another planet altogether. Now and again, you'll see a message come up from Ray on the messaging thing, right? And it'll have nothing to do with anything we're talking about. I think he watches several shows all at the same time. He was moaning about my collar the other day. You know, all this chat we're doing, and is the first thing he says, oh, your collar was out of place. So in relation to that, Ray, I've purposely done it today like this. So one bit is hanging down. I bet that's driving you mad, isn't it? Have you got that ADSD or whatever it's called? You know, where everything has to be perfect. My mate's got that. My mate Ronnie's got that. He's got the ADSD or whatever it's called, where everything has to be in its place. He rang me up the other day. He said, oh, there's a wonky tile on the roof. Okay. Well, is it leaking? No, but it's crooked. This is absolutely true, right? This is absolutely true. He rung up the council. The council have recently changed all the street lights around here. We've got LED lights now. You think that's great? Not really. No, they're useless. They do not throw off anywhere near as much light as the other ones do. If you stand underneath them, directly underneath, they're very bright. But move 2 foot away, you're in complete darkness. Absolutely useless, these new LEDs. Of course, they're in now. I'm not going to change them now. Anyway, there's one outside his house, and they installed it. And he said, it's wonky. I said, what do you mean it's wonky? He said, come round and look. And instead of being kind of, I suppose, like that, instead of being like that, sort of like that, right, straight, it's like that. Well, he's had them out. He's had them out. You've put the light up outside my house and it's wonky. He's had them out, and once he gets something into his head, he don't let up. It's like a pit bull terrier. He gets his teeth and like that. He's had the council out. I tell you, he's had the boss out. They've come and sent the men back and put it straight again because of his wonky light. No one else would have noticed that. There is no one who would have noticed that wonky light. In fact, it's on a corner, and you would assume that it's been put like that, you know, because of the corner. No, wonky light. Good morning to Mark Kepner. Anne Whitcomb, she's the other one. She's the other little midget old bag, isn't she? She's got a bit of a beard, hasn't she? Anne Whitcomb, someone needs to give her a shave. She's like a little weeble. Get a feeling. She walks like... She reminds me a bit of my nan, the way she is, like small and round. So you can imagine her walking down the street like that. Give her a little push and she'll just go over. Good morning to Ben EM. Hello, Ben. Holla! Holla! He's at Pride in BCN. Now, where's that? BCN. That's Benny. No, it's not Benidorm, is it? BCN. See, you're using those abbreviations, Ben. I don't know what BCN means. What's BCN? No idea. Good morning to Childers. Welcome to the show. Kelly Kim, you lovely creature. Good morning, Kelly Kim. She brought a bit of sparkle to Monday's karaoke. Did you see Kelly Kim? Oh, she's beautiful. Her and her friend Laura and the lovely Sky all together again. It was nice to see them together again. Hello to Benny Wilson. Hello, sir. The generation of the easily offended, the millennials. That's them. The millennials, the easily offended. But as I say, I think it's a London thing because you go outside of London and there are millennials there, but they're nowhere near they're nowhere like the millennials in London. I think it's a London thing. Maybe it's a city thing, so Birmingham and other places like that, but it's not out there in the country. Let's have a look. Good morning to Wayne, who can't watch as we need to be out of the hotel. Yeah, you're a bit late, mate. 2 minutes late. Get out. Leave the hotel on time, please. Good morning, lovely Lee Marshall. Where have you been, dear? Haven't seen you on here for ages. Did you get bored of me, lovey? Did you get a little bit bored of me? Eh? Am I too much to handle this time of the morning? Hello to Adrienne Richardson. Kelly had to explain to one of my colleagues yesterday what a VHS cassette and floppy disks were. Oh, wow. That is a wake-up to Kelly Kim, you're old now. Kelly Kim is now old. She has to teach people that don't know what a VHS cassette is. Wonderful thing. She open up and push that thing in. I mean, my first video tape recorder cost me £500. And that was in 1982. One of the first ones. And it took me ages to save up for this. And you pushed a button and this thing, it came up from the top. And you put your tape in and it came back down again. Never worked properly. What would happen if there was a program on the telly and like there was like a white flash, perhaps like an explosion or something, the picture would go all funny, but then it would come back on again. And it was a Betamax. That was a Betamax. So that was like a VHS but smaller, and they never really took off. Well, they did, but I think VHS got it in the end. Video cassette recorders. I had boxes of them upstairs. I chucked them all down the dump a few years ago now. Got rid of them. Diane is having all her family today. Presents and cards. That's nice. Oh, no. Curry sauce or gravy. On chips, Lauren. Come on, girl. No. Vinegar or tomato sauce and salt. And not pepper. DJ Chris last night, he gave me one of his chips. He had pepper on it. On chips. Pepper, dear. I think the curry sauce and the gravy thing is a northern thing, isn't it? When I eventually move up north, which will probably happen one day, I admit that, don't know when, one day I'll move up north, I will obviously have to transfer from vinegar and tomato sauce to gravy, not curry sauce, no, not on chips. I mean, I do like a curry, I can't cook it myself. Oh, it's a dismal failure. I've tried 3 or 4 times now to do curry and it just stinks. Now, curry done properly has a distinctive smell, which is absolutely delicious. Mine don't smell like that, and I don't know what I'm putting in or doing something wrong. I need to speak to someone who does curries. Maybe I need to take a holiday to India or somewhere like that where they do them proper. Not like this English trashy stuff here, dear. Or, how can you go into an Indian, like authentic Indian food, and you go in and there's an English bloke. Yeah, can I help you, mate? No, that's not Indian curry, is it, love? You've got to go into an Indian place with proper Indians, dear, so they know how to do it. Bit like going to America. Oh, well, we'll have some British fish and chips, please. Don't take anything. Don't taste anything like it. British fish and chips. Yeah, I love that. And then you see them open a plastic bag. What are you doing? Oh, it's the chips. Well, you haven't cut them up. No, they come in a plastic bag. Well, they're not British fish and chips then, are they, love? Like going into kebab shop in London when you want chips at night time. You want chips at night time. You want proper chips. Don't go into a kebab shop. There he is. Great big fat bloke comes from behind there. He says, what do you want, mate? I'll have chips, please. And opens a plastic bag, dear. No, chop them up. Go and get a potato out of the sack and chop them up. Ghastly, dear. Adrienne, well, I put a tomato Well, can I put tomato ketchup on my chips as well the next time, if that's okay with you, Chris? Yes, you may put tomato sauce on chips. That's perfectly all right. That is perfectly all right to do that, okay? Hello to Abdul Hakim. Morning to you, sir. We've done Anne Whitcomb. Let me just go forward a little bit. I'm getting a little bit confused. Just a moment. Where are we? Adrienne. There's Adrienne. Chili and chips. Mark says chili and chips. Oh, don't know about that one, Mark. Chili and chips. As in chili, is it like chili sauce or just chili powder? I tell you what I have done on my chips in the oven. I've put paprika on. Paprika, that's quite nice. And I like the chips in Five Guys. Now, Cajun chips in Five Guys. Very nice. Oh, yes. Merlin's cat is named Thomas the cat. Thomas! Like on Tom and Jerry, innit? Thomas! Good morning to the lovely Sarah Lulace. Hello, Sarah. Jerry Cashmore Smith. ADHD. Is that thing where everything has to be straight? wouldn't get on well in my house. Nothing is straight in here. Certainly not me. Sarah, I know someone who knows Anne Whitcomb. She has never once had sex. She's a miss in the proper sense of the word. Oh, well, it's never too late, though, Sarah. Someone might come. I bet she'll fall in love with a woman. You watch. All that homophobia come out from her. She'll end up going with a woman. I betcha. Barcelona pride. Is that where he is? Barcelona. La 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 la. Barcelona pride. That'll be it. Thank you, Ben. All right. Ray Reynolds, a dump. You mean the recycling site? Recycling site, dump. It's all the same to me, Ray. They're out there, aren't they, dear? Oh, we got this recycling site and the two blokes, at the beginning. So we all sort of queued and you get to the end there and they're there, aren't they? Yeah. What's in your bag, mate? They're full of self-importance, that lot there. I get annoyed with those people who go into an Indian or Chinese restaurant and order sausage and chips. What, don't they do them in there then? Can you have curry sausages and chips? I wonder how that they would taste like. Or omelette and chips. Omelette and chips in an Indian restaurant. That ain't fair, is it? You're taking the mick out of the restaurant, people. You really are. Chili con carne is nice. I like that, but not with meat, dear. No dead animals past these lips. There was someone having a dead animal roll in the pub last night. It looked disgusting. Eating bits of dead animal in front of me. Chili sauce. Jason Carter, good morning. I'm very well this morning, Jason. We're firing on all cylinders. Merlin says, I think Anne Whitcomb looks like an angry space hopper. I think there was a few of those singing at the karaoke last night. Oh, dear. Texting in this morning is Maureen. Good morning, Maureen, who's in Kentish Town. Good morning, you lovely lady. All right, Maureen. Nice to see you with us. And over on YouTube, Joanna's there. Good morning to Joanna. Welcome to the show, Joanna. So, as I say, a little bit quieter at the karaoke last night. The swimming pool as well. Strangely enough, I go to the swimming pool just up at the Hilton Hotel. It's called the Living Well. It's just because it says Hilton Hotel doesn't mean it's dear. It works out to about £10 a week, and I can go as much as I want Monday to Friday. I'm not a member where I can go at any time, but the governor there, as we're regular customers, I can occasionally go at night or on a Saturday or Sunday morning if I want to, but not to make a regular thing of it, So now and again, I might visit at night time. And it's been very, very quiet all week, strangely enough. Now, you would think the weather like this would bring them all out, wouldn't you? Sitting by the pool and all that. But no, not at all. So it's been quite pleasant in there. In fact, was it yesterday? I think it was. I went up, was it Thursday night? I went up there Thursday night and there was no one in there at all. Oh, that's lovely, having a full-size swimming pool to yourself. Oh, that's wonderful. I think to myself, if I was to move up, I say if, probably when I move up north at some point, I don't know when that would be. Might be next year, might be in 10 years' time. I don't know. But when I move up north, wouldn't it be a lovely thing to have your own swimming pool? And with the money, if I sold this and bought something up there, I'd have loads of cash left over, perhaps to spend on you. Perhaps to spend on you, I'd have cash left over. What would I do with it? I could have my own swimming pool. Oh, wow. But no point in having a small one. Like they do in Spain. I don't know where you are, Ben. You're in Barcelona if they've got a swimming pool where you are. But they say, yes, comes with a pool. And you get there, and it's this little thing like that. Just about get 2 people to stand in there upright. No. You've got to have a pool that's 15 metres long. Doesn't have to be wide, does it? You can have a narrow pool like that. How wonderful to have your own pool. You just get up in the morning and you go straight in there. Wouldn't you? You wouldn't have to talk to anyone. No one would get in your way. You wouldn't have to worry about drinking someone's wee who just weed in the pool or left out anything else in there, a plaster. Sometimes you're going along in a... and there's a plaster in your mouth. That just come off someone's Veruca. I love that word, Veruca. Did you ever... We're always terrified at school about Verucas. I love it. Let's say it together. After 3, 1, 2, 3, Veruca. Let's do it again. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, Veruca. There's something wrong with me this morning, there really is. Hello to Shane Cameron. Good morning. I'm trying to look smart, Shane. You know that. Even in this hot weather, I have my air conditioning, which isn't on yet, I'm pleased to say. I was down the hairdressers the other day. I go Max Hairdressers in Wokenham. And I said to one of the young lads, I said, it's a bit hot in here. Is your air conditioning not working? He said, yeah, but the governor don't like to put it on because it costs too much. Merlin, the swimming pool here is dead, not full of those nasty self-righteous parents who think it's cute that their child is currently waterboarding a lifeguard. Oh. It's not too bad, actually. Well, our problem is people who go too slow. There's 2 sides. There's a kind of side that you kind of mess around in, and there's a side for people who want to swim. And what happens in the side that you want to swing, you would imagine people go at a reasonable speed. I'm not talking about professional swimming, but a reasonable speed. And what happens is that people go in there who swim at the speed of a snail. It's ridiculous, really, how that works. But it's not a massive pool. I need my own pool, Merlin. Just imagine I could have pool parties with young lads coming round and using my pool. Might have one installed very, very quickly, I'll tell you that now. They were taking some pictures down there the other day at the swimming pool, I think for promotional purposes. And I did offer myself, as one of their best swimmers and, best body looking person to be in the pictures. And no one took up my offer. I was shocked and horrified. No one wanted to take pictures of me, either sitting on the gym equipment, perhaps, smiling while I'm doing that cycling thing, like that, or in the swimming pool in a pair of Speedos. No one was interested. Oh no, we're not going to have anyone in the pictures. I'll be really fed up if I find pictures have been taken of other people rather than me while I'm in there. Oh dear, you can't give yourself away, can you? So that's that. Let's have a look. What have we got here? Adrienne, you must try my mum's swimming pool. We have a wave machine. Oh, really? And a sound-to-light system indoors or outdoors with a TV unit to watch. That's how to go swimming. And it's only 18 metres long, the pool. You can tell I do use it a lot. Is it 18 metres long? Where is this, Adrienne? Send me pictures of your mum's swimming pool and where she is. When can I use it? What days can I come round? Eh? Ray says I would have to move away if I had a Veruca living next door. Merlin, the kids are all piled down at the beach with those dreadful kids demanding ice cream. Oh, you want to go to Skegness? I bet that'll be packed today. Do not go to Skegness from now until September. It'll be a nightmare. You've never seen so many ice creams and chip shops in your life as you see in Skegness. They are everywhere. Now, to go in Skegness when it's quiet, sort of out of season, that's actually quite pleasant. I gotta say, it's quite pleasant to go there now when there's hundreds of people milling around, shoving their great big fat faces with ice cream. I mean, there's some fat people in Skegness, I'm telling you that now. The pavement is like 2 metres wide, where you can barely get 2 people to go past each way. I mean, is there any slimming worlds? I'd make a fortune. That's what I could do. Set up slimming worlds in Skegness. I'd make a fortune there, dear. Thing is, with slimming worlds, once you get down to your target weight, right, you don't pay. So I do feel a little bit sorry for Linda, who is queen of all of Slimming World and in charge, strangely enough, of the group I attend. I do feel sorry for her because I don't give her any money anymore because I'm a target member. Have been since November. I've kept it off, although I weighed myself this morning after having that chips last night. I'm slightly over. So I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I've got 3 days to put that right before I get back on those scales again. I'm a bit worried this morning because best mate Ron is back from a short trip to Ireland. If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, he's just been on a little holiday there to see his mate over there, and he threatens me. He's threatened me with a small bag of fudge. He rang me at the airport. He said, "Oh, I'm just at the bags of fudge." I said, "Don't start buying bags of fudge." He said, "Oh, they're only small bags. Do you think you'd need 2? I said, No fudge, or just 1 small bag. No fudge at all, no." He said, "All right, well, I won't get one." I said, "Well, whatever you do, don't get any of the flavoured ones, because they're just horrible." Have you ever had Irish whiskey fudge? Oh, the awful stuff. Or licorice fudge. Now, can I just go back here? Just one on slightly different subject. When I said, "Do you like Irish whiskey fudge?" I went, bleh, bleh, bleh. Now, I guarantee you, if there was an Irish millennial watching, they would be offended by that. "Oh, you've dissed all the Irish people because you said you don't like Irish fudge." What's that got to do with all the Irish people? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You're looking to be offended. Ages ago, around Halloween it was, at the quiz night, right? One of the questions involved something to do with pumpkin pie. And I said, "Anyone had pumpkin pie? That is the most vile thing ever," because I've tried it. Not nice. Pumpkin pie is not nice. This girl starts screaming her head off. "Oh, that's really offensive, that is." And I'm like, "What's offensive?" This is all on the microphone. What's offensive? "You said you don't like a pumpkin pie. That is offensive." I said, "Well, how do you work that out? Pumpkin pie is American, and I'm American. Therefore, it's offensive that you don't like pumpkin pie, you stupid woman. You stupid cow." Of course, I can't say this while I'm at work, but I wish she was watching this now so she would know exactly what I think about. How stupid can you be? Ridiculous. When people come up here, "Oh, I don't like fish and chips." Fish and chips are English. Therefore, you are dissing all English people. Stupid, stupid people. Adrienne, the better way of having fudge with whiskey is have a packet of fudge in a bowl with a large whiskey shot when you were ready to give it a shot. Hello, Stephen Lusher. Hello, Stephen. Nice to see you, sir. Where is Skegness? Oh, you don't need the directions, mate. You don't want to go there. Do not go to Skegness. Think of Brighton 100 times worse. I mean, Brighton's bad enough. I think that's a dump and all. It is. I'm sorry. Have you been down to Brighton? What a dump. Walk along to Hove. That's all right. And it's like, 5 minutes walk from Brighton Pier to Hove. Nice. That's nice. Hove, no. Brighton itself, no. Not nice. Don't go. Skegness is much worse. But Skegness is okay when it gets quiet. It's when there's loads and loads of people there, you see. That's the trouble. Some news stories here. Now, I'm not keen on this bloke. Again, another story in the Daily Mail this morning. Of all the problems, Meghan Markle, our little Markle, that is, of course, Prince Harry's new wife, anticipated in her transformation to from actress to duchess after marrying into the royal family. This was surely the one she least expected. So imagine what must go through her head when she reaches for the telephone to call her father. Hardly a day goes past without a headline that seemingly emanates from the private thoughts of Thomas Markle. What is his problem? I think it's just mouthing off all the time, isn't he? Why don't he shut his mouth? He's become one of those annoying people that you see on the front page of the paper, like Gemma Collins, on a similar thing to Gemma Collins, except this bloke was nothing. He is still nothing. But unfortunately, his daughter has married Prince Harry. So all the papers are giving him all this attention all the time. And whatever he says, he comes out and says it. And he's a right miserable looking bastard as well, isn't he? Have you noticed him? What a miserable looking guy. Just this week in the Daily Mail, we've reports of his sadness of not receiving a Father's Day card from his daughter and a bizarre outburst about Donald Trump's meeting with the Queen next month. He said, if the Queen is willing to meet our arrogant and insensitive president, well, it's not bad there. He's not that wrong there, I must admit. He was quoted as saying by the US gossip website TMZ, she has no excuse not to meet me. I'm nowhere near as bad. I mean, it's just like attention seeking, isn't it? Listen, what's his name? Thomas. Listen, Thomas, if you want a little bit of attention, start your own Facebook and YouTube chat show. That'll give you something. Please don't be plastering our newspapers with your sad, lonely, pathetic face all the time. Oh, my daughter don't want to see me. Tough, that's the way it is. You know, I've got people in my life who don't want to see me. You've got to accept it and move on, dear. Get yourself a little job. Does he work? Does he work at all? It says, all this as follows, hot on the heels of his bombshell interview with ITV's Good Morning Britain, which I didn't see that, in which he repeated, I mean, what sort of man are you to repeat private conversations he's had with his new son-in-law, Prince Harry, and discussed Meghan's desire to have children? It is, of course, an unwritten rule that the royals never discuss politics, yet he was giving Harry's view on Brexit and Donald Trump. I mean, you know, if my son was getting married to someone and she came and spoke to me, his future wife was to speak to me, would I go if I was pop... Oh, hang on a minute, what's that there? Oh, look at that. A battery that is disintegrating. Get rid of that, dear. Oh, glad I spotted those. You know, if she came into me and had conversations about whatever, doesn't matter what, would I go to a newspaper and start repeating all this stuff? No, I wasn't. I mean, the fact that she's marrying Harry is neither here nor there. That's your daughter. Why are you repeating? What sort of man are you to repeat conversations that your children or the other one who's going to become the other half on the telly or in newspapers? I think that's absolutely despicable. Anything for a bit of attention, isn't it? As upsetting as having such intimacies aired undoubtedly is for the Duchess of Sussex, she is also facing the accusation she has now cut her father adrift. Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You stick to your guns, my darling, and push him aside, my love. You don't need people like that in your life. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting that people that it's like a bit like a I was going to say a real version of the Jeremy Kyle show, but of course the Jeremy Kyle show is real as well, isn't it? Sometimes you're watching it, I think, oh, this is a great story. This is who's written it? Is this something by Enid Blyton gone wrong? Hello to Huggy Maguire. Hello, Huggy. All right, she comes and sings at the karaoke. Lovely lady. Come down soon, darling. So that's my thoughts there. I don't know what you think about him, but I wish I'd stopped seeing him on the telly telling us what your daughter and her now husband have been talking to you about. That's a private conversation, mate. It really is. If you want attention, go and seek it somewhere else, not using your children like that. All right, now, are you a fizzy drink lover? This could be very, very bad news for you. Asda. Who goes to Asda? I go to Asda. Do you know, where I've just picked up those batteries, my fingers are now irritated. Shall I just go and wash them? I might be acid at this moment burning through my fingers. Just a moment, please. Honestly, it is. It's tingling. 1 minute. Let's just wash those fingers. Sorry about that, gang. There we are. Fingers washed. I could be sitting here and my fingers just suddenly disappear in front of you. Yes, watch out for that, love. Okay, Asda. Asda is rationing fizzy drinks. Oh, yes. Asda has rationed its fizzy drinks after panicked shoppers bought dozens in a bid to beat the CO2 crisis. We're running out of CO2. Isn't this just amazing how we're running out of CO2? The exact same gas as we're trying to remove from the atmosphere. Now, I can't work this out. They keep telling us we've got to cut down our CO2 emissions. And yet, here we are running out of the stuff. What do? Smoke more? Everyone needs to go out immediately and turn their cars on and just leave them running. We need more. It's in the papers, dear. We need more CO2. Asda, okay, the supermarket chain, has limited the online purchases of number of soft drink bottles and moulded packs. They're running out, dear. They're running out. Asda's own label soft drinks have been rationed alongside Pepsi, Pepsi Max, Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Fanta and 7-Up. One online shopper took to Twitter to launch a direct complaint about the limit. I bet they're fat. God, I bet they're enormous. The people writing to Tesco's. Was it Tesco's? Asda. I bet this person writing to Asda are absolutely. I bet they sit there all day drinking Coca-Cola and 7-Up, full sugar fat variety. I mean, this would do you good. Look at this as an opportunity. An opportunity to give up the sugar, dear. Lose some weight. The customer said, suddenly, in the middle of... shall I do it with a sad voice? Yeah. Suddenly, in the middle of the hottest part of the year, there's a 6-bottle limit on soft drinks, the Daily Mail reported. Ample supplies of CO2, which puts the fizz in soft drinks, are not expected to resume until next week, the Food and Drink Federation warned. Oh, wow. There's going to be no Coca-Cola. Oh, it's pathetic, isn't it? It's absolutely pathetic. Explaining its decision, Asda said, given the issues affecting the whole industry, we've proactively managed the supply of some products, such as soft drinks, to ensure we've got enough to go around. The cap on soft drinks comes after household bakery chain Warburton's was forced to stop making crumpets. My sister will be in pieces over that one. My sister likes a good crumpet, she does. Oh, I like crumpets. I had 3 crumpets at my sister's last Sunday. Oh, with butter. They had to stop making crumpets at 2 of the 4 of its bakeries because of a shortage of carbon dioxide. Sainsbury's is already completely out of the 9 packs of Warburton's crumpets, while Ocado is out of stock of the giant version. I mean, can't you just eat or drink something else for a couple of days? I mean, is it that difficult? People do. They suddenly hear that there's a shortage of crumpets and they rush to the shop and buy as many packets as they can. Can't you just have a bit of toast? I mean, it's the stupidity of it all. Experts are warning that the shortage will leave British people with a lack of choice when it comes to their food. We'll have something else. There's people in other countries, they've got nothing to eat. Nothing. They see a little thing growing out of the ground, one plant, and it's gone, dear. There are fears that the UK could run out of beer. Oh, lads, that'll upset my nephew, Jimmy. When I was up there last Sunday, I could hear the football on in his room. So I knocked on the door. All right, Jim. He said, yeah, come in. I've gone in there. He's sitting there in front of the football. He's got his hands down his trousers. He's one hand down his trousers, a can of lager in the other hand, and a Chinese meal all strewn out on his chair next to him. And a hat on, watching the football. He'd be in pieces if they run out of beer. That'd be the end of his life. He is a bit of a lout. but a hard-working lout. No, he's not a lout. A lout is someone who causes trouble, innit? But you get the general idea. Oh, I better not tell him this. He'd be very upset. It says the UK could run out of beer because the gas is used to carbonate it and make it fizzy, especially in lagers like Carling and Heineken. So there we are. A chicken and bacon shortage could also be on the cards. Oh, well, that might save a few poor little animals' lives. You're sitting there eating those dead animals. Awful. Apparently, it's used in slaughterhouses to I hate to say the word, to kill the animals, to kill the poor little animals. Frozen food could be off the menu because the gas used to create dry ice, which is used by supermarket delivery firms to keep the items frozen. So there we are, a shortage of CO2. I find that just amazing, that, a shortage of CO2, when they keep telling us all that there's far too much of it in the air. That is funny, isn't it? Ray Reynolds says there's a shortage of crumpet at Central Station. I wouldn't say that, Ray. I mean, I'm there. You know, how much crumpet do you want to look at while you're sitting there? Huh? There we are. All right. I think that's it today. Oh, no. I wanted to read you this very interesting gadget story. You'll love this. Do you like flying? Again, a Daily Mail again. It travels almost at 3 times the speed of Concorde and could slash the flight time of a trip to New York to 2 hours. 2 hours to get to New York. Just think, you could do your Christmas shopping. Wouldn't that be lovely? Just pop into New York to do some shopping. Go to Macy's or Target, somewhere like that. Boeing is developing an aircraft capable of travelling at almost 4,000 miles an hour, up to 5 times the speed of sound. The jet, which has not yet been named, may reach the incredible speed in part by cruising at 95,000 feet, where the air is much thinner than at the usual jetliner cruising speed of 30,000 feet. Those hoping for a quick dash across the Atlantic for a weekend shopping trip on Fifth Avenue will have to wait a few years yet. The aircraft won't be ready for service for at least 20 years. Oh, I'll be 75 then. Oh, Ray, you'll be 91 then, won't you? 91, 92? Never mind, we can wait. The concept jet was unveiled at the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics Aviation 2018 conference in Atlanta. It will be shown off at the Farnborough Air Show next month. What, they're going to show it off? Capable, what, can it do this now? I don't know. Capable of getting across the Pacific in just 3 hours, it could bring back an age of regular superfast travel that ended when Concorde, which had a top speed of more than 1,300 miles an hour, ceased flying in 2003. Now I remember that. It's so long ago, I can't believe it, but I remember Concorde flying over this house twice a day. The flight path took it directly over me. Literally, if I went like that, you could see the bottom of Concorde. And the noise. My God. The roar of those engines as it was taking off over my house. I looked forward to it every morning. And it would come over regular. It would never be late. Never late, never early. 11 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night. Twice a day it would come over. It then goes into an interesting bit of sort of technological speak that I don't think you'd be interested in. Let's have a look there. Industry experts speculate the new Boeing could use a conventional turbofan engine capable of a wide range of speeds for takeoff. This could be bypassed at high speed with power instead coming from a ramjet. Oh, I'm liking the sound of a ramjet. A type of engine that uses its own forward motion to compress incoming air. A little bit of technological talk. But wouldn't that be great to just pop over to New York for a couple of days and do your shopping while you're over there? Certainly Christmas shopping. I've never seen New York at Christmas. That must be nice, mustn't it? Good morning to N this morning, who says, sorry I was late. I had to put my kid up for adoption. What a dreadful thing to say. Right, can I just tell you about our quiz tomorrow night? Gang, we've moved our quiz night. It used to be on a Wednesday, it's now on a Sunday, and it starts tomorrow. Do join us for our quiz night tomorrow at the King's Head Theatre Pub, 115 Upper Street, Islington. You see the T's missing off the word street there. Okay, it's free to enter. Doesn't cost you anything to enter. First prize, a £30 bar tab. Second prize is a bottle of wine. So it's our quiz night tomorrow, starting tomorrow at the King's Head Theatre Pub, 8:30 p.m. And that will be every Sunday. Okay. Good morning to Dominic Hilser, who's just joining us towards the end of the show today. Okay, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. And of course, number one on my list is Diane Jebb. Good morning, Diane. She's with us every morning for the show. Good morning, Diane. Just a tiny little bit older than me by about, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. Happy birthday, Diane, to you. Have a lovely day, you wonderful lady. Happy birthday, Diane. Imi Cesanas. I hope I've got your surname right. Imi, 33 years old today. He used to come down to the City of Quebec pub and do the karaoke down there. I haven't seen you for some time, Imi. I hope you're doing very well there. Happy birthday to Imi, okay? Richard Beebe. Happy birthday, Richard Beebe. Shiv, 31 years old. Another one of our karaoke singers from Sydenham, she is. Or at least that's where she used to come down to the karaoke. Happy birthday to you, Shiv. Mark Cracknell, good morning, sir. Happy birthday to you. Mick Nash is a young 61 today. Happy birthday, Mick. Troy Turner, DJ extraordinaire, 46 years old today. Happy birthday, Troy. And Nathan Turner, just a touch younger than me at 54 years old. So if it's your birthday today, happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Diane, Imi, Richard, Shiv, Mark, Mick, Troy and Nathan. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthdays. Whatever you're doing on this Saturday, I do hope you'll get out there in the sunshine as well. Don't be sitting indoors watching boring videos like this. Get out and do something. Time for some gardening. Cut the grass if it's still growing. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the show today. I'll see you again probably sometime tomorrow morning, around about 11:30, and we'll have another chat then. Enjoy your Saturday. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.